In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a template using the Field ecosystem. When you log into Field Eco, you will see your dashboard and your navigation on the side. Select Data Management, and at the bottom you will see Templates. Select Templates, and it will take you to the screen of all the templates that have already been created in the system previously. On the Field Eco server, templates are where you create inspection item hierarchies, item attributes, and configure item questions using question categories. In this module, it is advisable to create generic templates, as these templates will be copied to specific inspection types in the custom asset module for specific assets. So to create a new template, you just add new template, and it takes you to the screen where you can now create your brand new template. You need to name the template. So in this case, I'm going to call it Belt Conveying System, category, type. I'm going to copy from one of my main documents and bring it in. And the description is going to be the same thing. Belt Conveying System is going to be, means that this is going to be an asset management template. We're going to be inspecting the belt conveying system. Once you're done, you just select Add and Build this template. This is your template builder. On this side here, which is blank, this is where we're going to create all of our hierarchies, and this is where we're going to add all of our questions. The hierarchy system in Field Eco is unlimited. You can add parent items, subchild items, and subchild items to child items, as many as you want. So in this case, I'm going to create my first parent item, and you just select Add New Item, and then you are going to label it. I'm going to call it Belt Conveying System. I'm not going to put a description to it, and the category is going to be under Mechanical. This item category was created previously under the Data Management Item Category section. Tags, this is a tag in case you want to label this for searching purposes. You can also upload an image, and in this case you can select any image you have that you want to show. You can also upload documents, and then the belt conveying system is done. I can save it, or I can just create a new item because the system has autosave. So I'm going to structure this hierarchy as this is my parent item, and the rest are all going to be subchild items. So I want to add a subchild item underneath the belt conveying system. So I'm not going to add a new parent item. I am now going to add a child item. And here is my child item, which I'm going to call my unit. And the category is going to be, again, Mechanical. I'm not going to add anything else to it. So this is going to be my parent item to subchild items. So now I'm going to add child items to this subchild item. And this one I'm going to call electric motor. And it's also going to be under Mechanical. Now, for this particular item, I'm going to add questions that are going to be required. So to add a question, edit question. Sorry, go to add a new question. And here you just add the question that you want to add to the system. You can put a weight of how measurable or important this question is, or you can leave it. It really depends. I'm going to put that it's 75. If you have a regulatory body, this is where you would now select that regulatory body. You can put anyone that would apply to the electric motor. And if you had a standard that belongs to this, you would also have it available here. Your question category is how this question is going to be answered on the tablet, and this drop-down will give you a list of all the question categories that you have created in the physical system. In this case, I just want a generic checkbox. Instructions, I'm going to copy from my manual template, and I'm going to copy it in. You can copy and paste. And then I'm going to save this question. So this question is now saved. I want to add another question to this item. I just select another question. And I'm going to put how important this is. If there was a regulatory body, I would attach it. Same thing with standards. And for the category question, I just want this to be a yes or no. So I'm going to select here, checkbox, yes or no, that I have created. And once again, I'm going to save the question. As I add questions, you will see that these arrows are created so that I can select to move my questions up or down. I'm going to add another question to this category. How important it is. Select the question category, and then select save. So now you can see all of my question categories and the arrows so that I can move questions up and down if I want them to be in a particular order. And here you can see the category that I have selected for the answer. Once I'm done, if I want to add another child item, I just select this, and it added a child item to this SubChild item. I actually don't want that, so I'm going to open it up, select this child item, and I'm going to move it over. And now it's at the same level as this. They are both child items to the drive unit. If I select the drive unit, it shrinks it down or opens it up. If I select the parent item to all of them, it'll shrink the entire thing. If I want to add another parent item, I just select Belt Conveying System, select Add Parent Item, and it adds another parent item here. In this case, I can select Pulley, choose the category, let's say electrical, and then I can add child sub-items to this. So if I put S1, select the category, and then I can add as many more as I want underneath this particular. I can add as many as I want here. Now, I can also add SubChild items to child items. So I just select the child item that I want and select the SubChild item here, and it creates a SubChild item to that SubChild item. If I want to create a SubChild item to this SubChild item, I just select this, and it puts it underneath that one. And I can do the same thing with this one. Select another one, and it creates another SubChild item. You shrink them and open them up. And I can create as many as I'd like. And underneath this child item, I can add a new item. And here is another parent item. You choose the category, and then you add your questions to that particular item. So I'm going to cancel this and just show you a complete template. So if you select Edit, Item Hierarchy, see here the template that has been completed. It shows you the number of items. In case you have hundreds of items, you can keep track of how many you've created in the system so far. And here you can see I have one parent item, and I have one sub-parent item, and it's got the child item, and it's got other items. If you go to questions, you can see all the questions that have been created for each one. If you can edit the question. In this case, my question category is the bearing that I have created. And you can also attach documents to each item that you have here. You can move items up and down. You can move them. You can decrease or increase. You can delete an item. If I choose that I no longer need this item, I can just delete it. You can search for items. You can move items. You can export template. You can preview template. If you select the preview, it shows you a quick preview of the question. In this case, it would show, so this this item has this question, instructions, and here are all the questions that are going to be on the tablet, because we selected this question category with these options. Once you're done creating all of your items and putting in all of your questions, you're done creating a template, unless you have another portal with all of these child items that you want to duplicate. If that was the case, you don't want to have to recreate all of the questions and all of the items. So we would just go here to duplicate template items. Here, you would say, I want 5 copies of the portal, which is this item here, and you would create copies. The system will allow you to rename the copies. In this case, portal here that already exists is your number 1. You can allow the system to create a name for you, or you could change it to whatever you want it to be. I'm going to allow the system to create numbers for it, and then I'm just going to select save. So when I select save, you can now see that I have all these brand new copies of portal. In the portal, I had the ring middle section, and on that, I had this question. So you can see that the copy is the same, and if I go to the item, the question is also the same, and that goes for all 5. If I wanted to create the parent item with all of the child items underneath, I would select this parent item, go to duplicate template items, and select 2 in this case, and create copies. I'm going to leave the numbering system as is, and create save. So now you can see that I have 3 parent items. When you open them up, they have all of these child items underneath it, and the copies also have the same thing. So now I have 57 items in my template. I can close items as I need to, but they are identical copies of each one of the items I have created. And that's how you create templates in the Field Legal system. Once you're done, you select Save Template, and that template is now available on your template list. This template is a master copy of your template. Later, when you assign templates to inspections, you will see how the system will create copies of templates, and that will be in a different video.